Hey guys, how's it going? It's Contract Reaper, and I'm back at you again with another Sunday video. So today I want to show you guys the 2-to-1 replay, and this is one that I like to do when I'm flipping premium same day. So what you need for this is you're gonna need 1 day trade. Why I say you need 1 day trade is because you want to be in and out of this as soon as possible. You want to avoid holding this long term or overnight. And if you buy time on it, at least a month's time, you're able to maybe manage holding it for a couple of days. When you buy out a month in time, that allows you to see all these movements and contracts and still be able to hold them because you're not going to get, it's not as volatile as buying weeklies or next weeks. You're able to afford a big move and then it might not even stop you out. Double profit for what you risk. And what that means is if you get a contract at let's say in this case we got it at 160 and that equals $160. What you want to do is you want to set that stop loss at -60, right? So your stop would be at $1 or $100. And you would just go to Robinhood or wherever your broker is, and whenever you buy that contract and it's in your account, you buy it, and then you just set that stop loss. Like if it's just a regular trade or like a regular share trade, you know what I mean? So then what you do is when you do a stop loss like this, that your risk equals 60, you are looking for a target equal to $120 because that's that 2-to-1. So this is 60 times 2 because you want that 2-to-1. You don't want to be risking your money for 1-to-1. You want double the money that you're risking. And why I say that, because in this system, and why you look for that double the risk or that 2-to-1 is because when you have a 2-to-1 system, if you win 50% of the time, you still have this one profit, if that makes sense. You still come out profitable because 2 minus 1 equals 1. So you just have to win 50% of the time and you're still profitable. And the way that you do this is you just look for a contract that's moving and it's volatile or it's in an overreaction and you buy it. So let's move over to the Thinkorswim. In this case, we would want to look at UAL, right? UAL, let's look at details. In this case, we had that big jump in UAL. You come over to the options chain and you buy that contract on either side, whichever one you want. So in this case, UAL had a big spike in volume and then all your calls went up. And if you wanted to take part of that, you would just buy that call. And what you want to do is you want to set that stop loss. It doesn't matter where you set it. It's determined by how much you want to risk. And that's the key thing. How much do you want to risk on this trade? If you do not see yourself getting 2-to-1 on this trade, don't even get in. But if you see this move going up more, get in that trade, buy that contract, that 460 in this case. Boom, we submit that order. We come back and we bought that. It was a UAL August 7th. UAL August 7. 33 call. 33 call. And then here's the important part, at 4.2. And let me just double check that that's correct. Excuse me. That was not correct. At 460. Boom. So here you have your trade. What you do is you set that stop at $4 and your target at 5.20, right? So what that means is when you buy that contract and you get it at $460, you set that stop loss at 400. So if it goes to 400, you're out. It doesn't matter, you're out. But let's say it moves in your favor. Your target, the price that you want to get it, you want to sell out of, is 520. Because in this trade, you're risking $60. You're not risking 460. You're risking $60 to get that $120 profit. So in this case, your risk is equal to $60. And that's why you need that day trade, because you want to be in and out that same day. You do not want to risk an overnight hold where you just get clapped. So your risk is there and your target is 120. Let's not call it target, let's call it reward. Oh, and I messed that up, so let me fix that. So there you go. That's your trade there. And what this will do in the long term, it will conserve your capital because you're not risking $460 on a trade. You're not risking $60. If you get stopped out, you're stopped out. It doesn't matter. You just lost $60, which is way better than losing, I don't know, 460. So let's say you wanted to bet even bigger. Let's say you got that 460 and you got two of them for bringing it to a total of 920. Right? So what's your risk now? What's your risk? You can take this both ways. You can either double that 60, so now your risk is 120, or you can just keep that same $60 risk and you're only risking 60. And that's what I recommend you do, because in this case you can just set your stop at and your target at and your target at 1040. And what that's going to allow you to do is to get that 2-to-1 on trade. And the way you want to do this is you just want to be in and out. Like I say, I can't stress enough. You want to be in and out. You do not want to be in that trade longer than a day because it can just go against your direction. So you also want to buy time. That's the key. So moving over to keys. You want to buy time. 2, manage your risk. And 3, let me make this more clear. Not 2. So there you go. That's your play. And just looking at this sheet, you can just take a look, see how it goes. These are your notes. You can take them on a sheet of paper for yourself. And if you have any questions or concerns, just feel free to contact me. And if you want to join chat, it's patreon.com/Reaper Trading. If you want to contact me, that's your best bet. It's $9 to get in. And if you just don't like it, you can always contact me. I'll refund you. No big deal. But hopefully I can get to talk to you and explain this to you more. And if you have any questions, like I said, if you're already in chat, contact me. If you are not in chat and you want to be in chat and you want to try out, contact me in the comment section. And look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the play.